Hi, my name is Abby Shalawylo, and I'm standing outside of SPU's famous Clocktower. Thousands of students walk by this tower every day, but does anybody really know what it means? Let's check it out. What can you tell me about this clock tower that you pass every day?
Oh Lord, tell you what it means? I can tell you my own interpretation.
Yeah,
but
we'd love to hear your own interpretation. Go, take a stab.
Maybe something about the history of SPU?
Something about time.
It's a little creepy.
Is there an eye? Where's the eye?
The eye is on the other side. It watches me at night from my window.
I heard it has to do with the creation story.
I've noticed them, but I have no clue what they mean.
I'm standing here today with Adrienne Meier, our university archivist. Adrienne, can you tell us a little bit about the symbols on the clock tower?
I can. So there are the 3 panels, and at the top of each panel, they have symbols symbolizing the 3 persons in the Trinity, God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Also, each of the 3 panels has symbols representing pieces of the liberal arts. For the west panel, that one's for God the Creator, and at the top there's an eye and a hand, historic symbols of Creator God. Underneath that are numbers and symbols to do with mathematics. And then we have some symbols for biology. There's a cell and a fish and a tree, if you look at it from left to right. And at the very bottom, there are some symbols for physics. There is a fiery spiral, yes, and a magnetic field. So then the south panel has representations of Christ. So at the very top, there's the Greek monograms for Christ. The letters IHC, which stand for Jesus, and the letters X and P, which stand for Christ. Below that, then, we have symbols to do with humanity and the different endeavors that humankind has engaged in. So there's some coins for commerce, there's a bow and arrow for weaponry, there's some gears for industry, and then beneath that there is an astrolabe, so an old compass, and then you have figures that symbolize birth and death, and that whole piece has to do with traveling.
So
figures.
is that the skeleton that people often point
the
out?
Skeleton for death and the baby for birth. Yeah,
Wow.
yes. So then for the east panel, that's the 3rd person in the Trinity, the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
At the top, there's the dove and the flame, so historic symbols of the Spirit. Below that, we have symbols for the arts. So the top one is Gregorian medieval musical notation to do with music. Below that, we have 2 buildings in an Aztec and in an Islamic design. So those have to do with architecture and design. And then below that, we have, it's a circle of unity, and that's supposed to represent philosophy. So all 3 panels have persons of the Trinity and symbols for the liberal arts.
That's so cool. So it's the Trinity and the liberal arts all combined in one. With a lot of SPU history up there. That's amazing. Adrienne, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. And it's good to know what those symbols are that we pass every day.
It's fun to know the stories behind them, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very glad to share them.
Thank you so much, Adrienne.